One thing that I learned in life is that just because you go through a phase of mistakes, you go through a phase of mess ups, you go through a phase of basically destroying your life as you may seem, that's just a phase of your life. Because in order for us to grow, in order for us to evolve, we're going to have to make mistakes because we learn from those mistakes. And a lot of times we get reminded of the mistakes that we make all the time because we are around people that remind us of the mistakes that we made. We are around things that remind us of the mistakes that we made. But always remember, in order for you to learn, in order for you to evolve, you are going to have to make mistakes. Some of these mistakes is going to be so hard until you're going to think that you're not going to recover from it. A lot of these mistakes is going to be so deep, you're going to think that God is not even going to forgive you for it. But throughout our lives, we are going to make deep, harsh mistakes. And these are the times when you got to learn from it. Because these deep, harsh mistakes is teaching you a great, deep lesson. And it is making you smarter. It is evolving you even bigger. It is making you more wiser. So always know that when we go through phases in our lives, it doesn't make you or mold you to be who you're going to be for the rest of your life. Because when you go through your 20s, you're going to make mistakes. When you go through your 30s and 40s, you're going to make mistakes. When you go through your 50s and 60s, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes throughout your life because we are not born to be perfect. We are not born with the handbook on telling you how to do life, how to maneuver in life. You are going to make mistakes. And sometimes when you are coming out of those mistakes, when you are growing into those mistakes, you are going to have to hurt people because some of those mistakes that you are going to make is going to evolve and involve other people. So always know that throughout your life, you are going to make bad choices. You are going to make mistakes. But the real lesson is learning from your mistakes. And you can always correct your mistakes. Sometimes correcting your mistakes may take a little longer. Sometimes you can make a mistake and you can correct it in a day. You can correct it in a few hours. Sometimes you can correct it in a few weeks or a few months. Sometimes you may even have to correct your mistakes in a few years. But always remember, whenever you make a mistake, you can always correct it. And sometimes correcting your mistakes is going to hurt others. And that's what it's going to have to be because you are not here on this earth to please everybody. You are not here on this earth to make everybody happy. You are not here on this earth to evolve everybody. You are here to make sure that you are good. Because when you are good, everybody else around you is good. There's no need to make everybody else happy, to help evolve everybody else, to satisfy everybody else. And here you stuck in the slum. Because meanwhile, while everybody else is happy and they are grateful and they evolved and they living their best life because of you, you are now stuck in the slum. Because those people that you helped evolve, they don't know how to get you out of that slum. Because remember, you helped them get out of it. So how can they help you get out of it when you help them? So always know this, that throughout our lives, we are going to make mad mistakes. We are going to fuck up throughout our lives. But that's the part of living. Because when you mess up, that's how you know you messed up. Because you're going to have to correct them and learn from them. But if you living in this life and you never made a mistake, how do you know it's bad? How do you know what a mistake is if you never made one? So sometimes we're going to have to make mistakes. We're going to have to make bad choices. Because you're going to go back and you're going to learn like, damn, I really messed up. That was a bad choice. So you're going to learn from it. It's either you're never going to do it again or you're going to correct what you did. And when you correct it and when you learn from it, it makes you greater. It makes you smarter. It makes you wiser. Now you can go to the following people and you can teach them because you made a mistake. And now you learned from it and you correct it. Now that is your testimony. And you can go to other people and say, look, don't make that mistake that I made because I made this mistake. And this mistake caused me to do that. So I don't want you to do that because you might have to go through what I went through. But if you live in your life every day trying to be perfect, trying to not do no wrong because you're trying to obey what the guards tell you, you ain't going to know what a mistake is. You're not going to learn from anything because you're going to be living this life thinking that you know everything, that you are great, that you are perfect. And the whole damn while you are wrong. So it's okay to make mistakes. But the whole idea is to learn from your mistakes and to grow and elevate and evolve from your mistakes. That's what makes you a God. And be accountable.